Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to day 7 of Vlogmas. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I will have my Vlogmas 2019 playlist linked down below if you want to catch up on videos. So today's video I'm very excited about. I am sharing with you 2 cheese ball recipes, and this is my favorite go-to recipe for cheese balls. The recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you is a classic cheddar cheese ball and also a bacon ranch cheese ball. These are from the December 2011 Cook's Country magazine, and it's honestly the best cheese ball recipe that I have ever come across. This is also great for holiday parties because you can make them well in advance, have them in your refrigerator ready to go for when your guests arrive. I'm also excited about today's video because it is going to be a collaboration with a lot of different YouTubers. Kat from Southern Farm and Kitchen, her YouTube channel is hosting today's cheese ball collaboration, so I'll also link that playlist down below, and make sure that you check it out for lots more inspiration. So let's get into making the cheese balls. You could probably hear my bacon cooking up over there for the bacon ranch cheese ball. So I'm gonna grab my ingredients and I will show you everything that we need for these 2 recipes. So here are all the recipes that you'll need for these 2 cheese balls, and I don't think I'll be able to link this recipe because it came out of a magazine, so I'll just type it out in the description box below. So you'll need 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. This has been sitting out for a little bit and it is soft. Some Worcestershire sauce, some mayo, 2 8-ounce blocks of cheddar cheese that we're going to shred up, 1 for each cheese ball, a little bit of cayenne pepper, 2 garlic cloves, a pinch of sugar, some lemon juice. For the bacon ranch cheese ball, you'll need some parsley and some cilantro, so equal amounts of that there. And then also for the ranch cheese ball, I have some onion powder, some garlic. Here is my bacon, so that's 6 slices of bacon that I cooked up crispy, and I'll cut that up. This will be to coat the bacon ranch cheese ball. And then the original recipe called for blanched sliced almonds, and I forgot to get them at the grocery store. So I'm going to improvise with one of these. I'm not quite sure yet which one. Probably the pecans. I've had a cheese ball rolled in pecans before, and it's really good. So I have that. And then I did find some salted almonds in my pantry. So if I wanted to use those, I'd have to chop them up. But like I said, I'll probably go with the pecans. So here are all the ingredients. Let's get into it. All right, so the original recipe calls for making this recipe in a food processor. If you do not have a food processor, you can totally use a mixer, a hand mixer, or a stand mixer, but I have one, and so that's what I'm going to use. Also, if you have a food processor and you have never shredded cheese with it before, it is life-changing. I'm gonna show you how fast it gets it done. So I have a Cuisinart food processor. Adam actually got me this for Christmas a couple years ago, and I love it. It was like my dream food processor, and I'm so glad he got it for me. But essentially you just want to kind of cut these small enough that they can fit in the feed tube of your food processor, and I have my shredding disc in there. So this particular one comes with a shredding disc and a slicing disc. So I have that in there. Well, I had it in there. There we go. So what I like to do is just kind of cut this cheese into quarters like this, like into big sticks. And then I'll put a couple of them in the feed tube here. You can turn it on. It's not going to turn on until you start to press down with this part. I need to adjust this so you can see. Anyway, it's not going to start until I push down on it, so watch. Boom. Let's do one more, or 2 more. This is how I shredded cheese for my chili cook-off last month. See how easy that is? It's like magic. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that in there because obviously we're gonna use this for the cheese ball. If you are making this, I would say, even if you don't have a food processor, consider, you know, shredding your own cheese for this recipe, because quite honestly, I think that it tastes a lot better than not processed cheese, but like pre-shredded cheese. Okay, so in with the shredded cheese, I'm going to put 1 of my blocks of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of mayo, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, 1 clove of garlic, minced. Oh, so I actually got out 2 different kinds of garlic. I'm gonna see if I have enough of this garlic paste left, just because that's easier. Okay. Oh, and the cayenne. How much cayenne does it say? 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna measure that. Okay. And then we're just gonna process this until it is smooth. Okay, so here is what your mixture is going to look like. Now, it's obviously a little bit soft because we have to put it in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna show you how to wrap it up. So I have some saran wrap here. I'm just gonna put it out on my countertop. And then what we're gonna do is just use a spatula to get the cheese out of the food processor. And then we're gonna use the plastic wrap to mold this into a ball shape. I'm gonna go ahead and take the blade out. And then we'll stick this in the refrigerator to chill for, I would say, a minimum of 3 hours, although you can do it up to, you know, 3 or 4 days ahead of time if you need to, which is why it's great for a holiday appetizer. Plus it's delicious as well. I mean, who doesn't like a cheese ball, right? So all you have to do is kind of just gather the corners of this up into like this little, I don't know, it almost is like a little cheese packet. Hopefully I made this big enough. May not have. And then just twist it. And then you can kind of turn it over, and it doesn't have to be perfect because you're obviously gonna roll this in nuts or bacon or, you know, whatever you choose to. If you're allergic to nuts, or if there are people in your house or coming to your party that are allergic to nuts, you can also roll it in crushed pretzels or herbs. That's also really good. So that's basically it. I mean, that was super simple, right? So I'm gonna put this on a plate and stick it in the refrigerator, and then we'll move on to the bacon ranch cheese ball. This is essentially the same, well, kind of the same recipe with a few modifications for this bacon ranch cheese ball. So I'm just going to cut my cheese up like I did before. Whoops. And then I'll go ahead and shred that. Sometimes like a piece of the cheese will get kind of stuck in the top up there. And you know what that's for? Either you can eat it or you can give it to your dog. Come here, Murphy. You guys get so excited when I give Murphy scraps. There you go, bud. Okay, so got our shredded cheese. Actually, I'm gonna put this in the sink, so I don't need anymore. And then I'm gonna fit my blade down in here as best I can. Even if you're not making a cheese ball and you have a food processor, definitely try, you know, using it to shred your cheese. Because if you're someone who eats, you know, your family eats a lot of cheese and you like to shred it yourself versus buy the prepackaged stuff, it saves so much time and it's honestly way more delicious. All right, so I'm gonna put my cream cheese in here, and then For the bacon ranch recipe, we're going to omit the Worcestershire and cayenne, but we're gonna add parsley. It says either cilantro or dill. I don't have any dill on hand right now, so I'm using cilantro. 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit in there. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Oh, I'm sorry, half a teaspoon of onion powder. A pinch of sugar. We need some mayo. So 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're gonna add 1 clove of garlic, or the equivalent of 1 clove of garlic. I might have been a little bit more. Oh well. All right, and then we're gonna process this up. All right, ooh, that looks good. Very ranchy. I'm just gonna scrape the sides down a little bit. Oh man, it smells like ranch. All right, here's what it looks like. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna grab some saran wrap. Same procedure here. I'm just going to lay out my plastic wrap. I actually think I'm gonna do 2 pieces kind of crosswise. I should have done that with the other one. I didn't think it was gonna be quite as much of the cheese mixture as it was. I haven't made this recipe in a long time. In fact, when I was looking for the recipe, I was kind of panicking a little bit because I couldn't find it. It turned out that I had taken it out of my recipe binder for whatever reason and put it in my drawer. Maybe I had meant to make it or something, but at any rate, this recipe is definitely a keeper. So I'm gonna just turn this out onto the plastic wrap. I was gonna say too, you know, traditionally cheese balls are served with crackers, but I know there's a lot of people out there right now doing keto and low carb, and this recipe is obviously inherently very low carb. The only thing that's in it is cheese. If you wanted to do it low carb or keto friendly, definitely put it out on like a platter with some sliced up cucumber, some carrots. This would be really good on celery. You can even do like pork rinds or almond crackers. So definitely don't discount this if you are following the keto diet, because it is super duper delicious even on vegetables. Oh, see, yeah, that worked better. So yeah, I would recommend definitely using 2 pieces of plastic wrap if you can. So, and I'm gonna twist this and then turn it over, and then you basically just shape it like that. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator with the other one, and then when these are firmed up, I will show you how to roll them in the toppings. My cheese balls have been chilling here in the refrigerator. They are firm, and we're gonna go ahead and roll them in our toppings. So for the classic cheddar cheese ball, I did decide to go with the chopped pecans, just because I thought that they would be better with this. The roasted almonds that I had were salted, and I just thought with the cheese it would be too salty. So I'm gonna very carefully unwrap this. You can see that the saran wrap makes it so that it isn't a perfect ball. And then it's very simple. All you have to do is roll it in the nuts, and I'll show you what we're gonna do, how we're gonna put this on a platter. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, this would be like a great gift too. Like, wouldn't you like it if you got this gift for Christmas? Like, yes, I made you a cheese ball. Thank you very much. That is delicious. And they're really not that expensive to make. I mean, you know, you can get a block of cream cheese at Aldi for 79 cents, and you can get 8 ounces of cheddar cheese at Aldi for, you know, around $2. So really, you could put a nice little gift basket together. That would be super thoughtful. Okay, so here's the one with the pecans. I'm gonna do the same thing with this bacon ranch one. So I have my bacon here that I cooked and crumbled. I made sure to cook it really crispy so that I could chop it up and it would be crispy and I could roll my cheese ball in it. I'm really excited for this one. I actually can't remember if I've ever made this particular recipe before. I know I've made the original one, the original cheddar cheese ball, but I don't think I've actually made the bacon ranch one, so I'm very excited to try this. This part's a little bit messy, but you get the gist. Basically just trying to roll this in the ingredients so that everything is coated. And then when you put this on a platter with crackers and stuff, you obviously want to put like a cheese spreader or a knife or something so people can take part of it off and spread it on their cracker. I would also probably recommend taking this out of the refrigerator maybe like 30 to 45 minutes before you're going to serve it, just because then it has the chance to soften and people will be able to spread it on their crackers or their veggies a little bit easier. All right, so here's my bacon ranch one. I am gonna set up my platter and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, seriously, how pretty is this, you guys? If you bring this to a party this holiday season, you will be the hero. So I have my bacon ranch cheese ball here, my classic cheddar cheese ball here rolled in the pecans. I have some carrots, I have some cucumbers. I did kind of cut into these a little bit just so you guys could see the inside of them. They're so creamy and delicious. And then to accompany this, I just put some butter crackers, some Ritz, and then these are some Mary's Everything seed crackers. So definitely try this if you need to bring any type of an appetizer to a holiday party. This year, I would recommend this recipe. Make sure that you check it out, and if you do try it, I would love to hear your thoughts. All right, so that is going to wrap it up for today's Vlogmas video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you try this recipe out and if you liked it. I hope that you do. It's definitely tried and true in my house, and everyone will love it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.